Welcome on all to another bonus edition of Purple Rain. It's so lovely to have your company, and big exciting news, because we now have got the rosters for the 3-on-3 showcase that's going to take place at this year's NHL All Star Weekend in Toronto. Yes, very exciting. In case you already know, this year's NHL All Star Weekend is going to be 3 days. Why am I dragging it out? It's going to be 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday's the skills competition. Saturday is the All-Star Games. But the Thursday this year is going to be a draft. They're going to draft the teams this year. But also on the Thursday, there's going to be a showcase featuring the PWHL, which is absolutely very exciting. I don't know if we can call it the NHL's first attempt to try and, strike up a partnership with the league, with the PWHL. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. So it's called the Canadian Tire PWHL 3-on-3 Showcase, which will see players from all 6 Professional Women's Hockey League teams compete in a 20-minute game. So the rosters each comprise of 12 players, so that's 10 skaters and 2 netminers, have won a combined 146 Olympic and 46 World Championship medals, as well as 17 NCAA Division 1 championships. The PWHL Special Advisor, Cassie Campbell Pascal, and New Jersey Devils Director Player Development Megan Duggan will be behind the benches for the 2 sides. So Cassie Campbell Pascal will be behind the bench for Team King, and Megan Duggan will be behind the bench for Team Kloss. Yeah, so the 2 teams are named King and Kloss. This is in honour of Billie Jean King and Ilana Kloss, PWHL Advisory Board members and long-time advocates of equality for women in sports. Okay, so I'm now going to go through to you the rosters. I will also tell you which team they're on, just in case you're watching and listening to this and you're not a supporter of Minnesota like I am. So for all our fellow other PWHL fans out there who are not on Minnesota, I'm going to tell you who's on your teams as well as Minnesota. But yeah, I'll let you know that PWHL Minnesota's got 5 players spread across both teams. Yeah, so they've been spread across both teams there. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to run you through the teams. I'm going to run you through both their rosters. So they name the player, what position they are, and what team they are from. So it'll be player, team, position. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay? Alright. So we will start with... Let's see, who should we start with? Should we start with Team King? Let's start with Team King first. Let's start with Team King. Before I do, let me just say this. The 24 players were selected by the PWHL and includes 17 of the 18 inaugural PWHL free agent signings. And 7 of the first 12 selections from the first ever PWHL draft, including all 6 first-round picks. The referees will be Samantha Hiller and Elizabeth Mantha. And linespersons are Alexandra Clark and Kirsten Welsh. Officials from the American Hockey League and the PWHL will officiate the game. So here we go. Let's do it. So we're going to go for the rosters now. So we'll start with Team King. As I just said, we're going to start with Team King. Okay, off my screen. Right, here we go. So let's go through Team King. So like I said, I'm going to tell you the name of the player. I'll tell you what PWHL team they're from. And I'll tell you their position. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, my fellow Minnesota fans we have got 5 going to Toronto, spread across the 2 teams. Okay, so ready? Right, here we go. Oh, I can also give you the number as well. So here we go. Right, so this is the roster for Team Kings. On Team King, we have from Minnesota, number 26, Kendall Coyne Schofield. Who is the forward? I'll do for the team first, then the player name. I know. I just mucked it up then, didn't I? Right, okay. From Boston, number 21, Hillary Knight. Who's the forward? From Boston, number 11, Elena Miller. Who's the forward? From Minnesota, number 12, Kelly Panek. Who's the forward? From Montreal, number 29, Marie-Philippe Poulin, who's a forward. From Toronto, number 40, Blair Turmel, who's a forward. From Ottawa, number 15, Savannah Harmon, who is a defenseman. From Boston, number 5, Megan Keller, who's a defenseman. From New York, number 17, Ella Shelton, who's a defenseman. From Minnesota, number 2, Lee Steckland, who is a defenseman. From Montreal, number 35, Anne-Renee Desmond, who is a netminder. And from Boston, number 31, Erin Frankel, who is a netminder. So that is the lineup for Team King. Alright, let's now take a look at the roster for Team Kloss. Let's have a look at Team Kloss' roster. Oh, we've got a scratch. Who's it from? Just think there's a scratch here somewhere. Well, I'll do Team Kloss' roster. I'll do the scratch. So this is the roster for Team Kloss. So from New York, number 25, Alex Carpenter, who's a forward. From Ottawa, number 26, Emily Clark, who's a forward. From Minnesota, number 27, and the first overall pick in the PWHL, Taylor Heisey, who is a forward. From Ottawa, number 19, Brianne Jenner, who is a forward. From Toronto, number 20, Sarah Nurse, who is a forward. From New York, number 11, Abby Rock, who is a forward. From Montreal, number 23, Erin Ambrose, who is a defenseman. From Toronto, number 40, Renena Fast, who is a defenseman. From Toronto, number 3, Jocelyn Larrock, who is a defenseman. From Minnesota, number 29, Nicole Hensley, who is, of course, a netminder. And from Ottawa, number 38, Everens Samaya, who is a netminder. We do have a scratch, and that is New York's Micaiah Zandy Hart, who is unable to participate due to injury. So that is the only scratch. And there you go. So that is the rosters for Team King and Team Kloss. So it's going to be very, very exciting. So yeah, so I'll run you through once again. Because remember, PWHL is all about Team Minnesota. So we've got to focus on Team Minnesota here. So I'll remind you that the representatives for Minnesota in this PWHL showcase, we have on Team King, we have, of course, our captain, Kendall Coyne Schofield. We've got Kelly Panek. And we have also Lee Steckland. Let me just double check, because I believe those are all Minnesota's free agency signings. 1 second. Yes! Yes. I know my Minnesota. Yes. So, Schofield, Paddock, and Stecklin. They, of course, were the first three free agent signings announced by Team Minnesota, and they are all on one team. So interesting that all our free agencies are on one team and our draft picks are on another. Ayo! Oh, God. Oh, that's a bit mad, isn't it? That we've got all our free agency picks on one team, but the players we drafted in the draft are on the other. Is that not just a little bit mad? Oh my God. Okay, right. Oh, I didn't pick the teams, but that's just mad. I mean, the fact we've got all our draft picks on one, but our free agency's on another. Oh God. I'll remind you when they were picked in the draft in a moment. But I'll just remind you who's on Team Kloss for Minnesota. On Team Kloss for Minnesota, we of course have Netmeyer, Nicole Hensley, and of course Taylor Heisey. So yes. So I'll remind you, of course, Heisey was of course taken first overall in the first ever inaugural PWHL draft. We got the first pick, and we picked it overall. Nicole Hensley was picked by Minnesota in the second round, and she was picked 12th overall. So that's our first two draft picks going on to Team Kloss in the showcase. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you guys who support the other 5 teams, but I think it's very odd for Minnesota how on the one of the teams you got all of our draft. It's just made up of draft picks, and on the other you've got our free agency signings. It's so mad. It really is. It just really is just balmy. It's absolutely. It's just. I need a second. It's just so mad. It really is just so mad how that is actually the case. That we've got our free agencies on picks on one team and our draft picks on another. It's so mad. It is so mad. If you support any of the other 5 teams, do get in touch with me by the show's official email, purplerainpodcasts@gmail.com. Let me know, has that been the same outcome for your team? And it has been for mine! Sorry, I can't get over that. It's just cracked me up. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Right, let's try and compose, because I want to give my thoughts on that. So let's try and compose. Let's all take a deep breath in. And out. We'll do 2 more. And 1 more. Right, let's compose. Serious face now. Let's compose. Let's come to serious here, because I want to give my thoughts on those selections. Yes. Agree with every single one of them. I mean, what a start we are having, Minnesota. It really is amazing. I mean, yes, there's still a lot of things we can work on, but what a start we are having to life in the PWHL in its infancy. It's just been amazing, and they have really just shined, those 5 girls. They are absolutely amazing. They are really the leaders right now, this club. It's just so amazing. So it's really good to see. They've absolutely 100% earned their spots on, on that roster. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised to not see on that roster. I'm a little bit surprised that that we haven't got on that roster. We have not got Grace Zumwinkle, who of course had the first ever hat trick in PWHL history. I'm quite surprised by that. And I feel there's probably a lot of other Minnesota players who could argue that I think maybe should be on that roster. But at the end of the day, it's not an All-Star Weekend. It's just a showcase. It's just a 20-minute game. But if the PWHL was to ever do an All-Star game itself, there's plenty of could argue. So yeah, I mean she's had a great start to the ball because she's currently leading the team in terms of goals. She's got 5 goals at the time of recording the show, to her name already. So she's doing amazing. And of course, Heidi's creeping up. She's got 3. She's creeping up there. But yeah, so yeah. But of course I don't know how they chose this. Obviously they picked very carefully, but there's a couple you could argue maybe should be there. I think maybe that's for all people, the other 5 teams. You could argue that some people your teams missed out who should be on there because it's only a showcase. This is only a 20-minute game, so yeah, it's not long. It will go fast because if it's like the mascot showdown, so the AHL mascots, if this showcase is like the game you have with the mascots in the AHL, and it's a running clock, then really this will go in a blink of an eye because that's how it works with the mascots. In the actual All Star Weekend, with the mascots game, it is literally a running clock. So, say for example, if Sharky has just gone and scored a goal, you don't stop the clock and reset for the sunrise face off. No, the clock still runs down. So Sharky could have scored a goal, but the clock is still running. But yeah, so if it's going to be like the mascots game, it's a running clock, then this game is going to go in the blink of an eye. It was just like, zoom. And like, oh my god, is that over already? They could play another round, can't they? Maybe not though, because obviously, and this is what's quite hilarious, is there is of course going to be PWHL hockey on the day of the All Star game. Yes. Oh yes. I'm quite glad I've not got Colton up here with me because I would probably tick him off. Because my focus on All Star Game Day, so that's the February the 3rd, I believe it is. Oh my god. Yeah, February the 3rd. So on February the 3rd, on the day of the All-Star Game in Toronto for the NHL, we do have a bit of PWHL action for you. We have got Minnesota, your Minnesota, at Toronto. Awkward. But hey, the PWHL is their own league, so the PWHL is its own independent league. You can do whatever the hell you like. So it wants to schedule a game on the day of the All Star Weekend, you can do just that. I'm not even in the mood for this year's NHL All Star Weekend anyway because of the changes they made. So if you want to play hockey on the day, you can play hockey on that day. We have that. It's fine. Thankfully, there is no games for Minnesota on the 4th or the 5th of February. That is where I might have blown a gasket. Because on February the 4th and February the 5th, it is the 2024 AHL All Star Classic in Texas Arena Saturday, the home of the Barracuda. So that is where I might have had a little bit of beef because, yeah, my focus would have been on, yeah, it's not Classic. Yeah. So it's fine. You can rain on Toronto's parade, just not rain on mine. So it's fine. But yeah. Although that game against Toronto on 3rd will be at noon PM, will be at noon Eastern time. So that is bang on tea time here in England. So it's fine because the All Star game in Toronto is going to. I'm going to just look it up real quickly. The All Star game in Toronto this year will begin at 3 PM Eastern time. So that is basically not long after the PWHL game, we'll have to go and watch the All Star game. Or it might be, okay, it's run over a bit, but, because you never know, overtime or shootout might happen. It's run over a bit, so you know, wait a second, Carlton, you guys have to wait a second. Carlton, don't give me the eyes. Don't give me the eyes, Carlton, we'll go try to it, but unfortunately, as you all know, we're still going on at your PWHL barn in in Massamy, still going on there. So you got to hold a second, Carlton. I can already just picture Carlton's gonna be a nightmare. Be like, put my All Star on, put my All Star on. I'm like, Carlton, honey, I know it's your big day, but you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer because we've still got a game going on. You got to wait a little bit longer. I can just imagine I can just imagine watching the game on YouTube and Carlton's gonna be hovering on my tablet going, please switch my game on, please switch my game on. I'm like, not now, Carlton. When we're done, go away. He's gonna be a nightmare. He really will. He's gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, but that's a bit awkward, but it's kind of funny. But yeah. So I might be a little bit late coming to the All-Star game on the feeds this year because if the Minnesota Toronto PWHL game hasn't finished before the start of the All Star festivities, well, I'm sorry, you got to wait till the end of the PWHL game before I come and switch over. So yeah, ladies, if you want to out past regulation, feel free. Less time I have to watch those ugly jerseys from Burger King in Toronto, the better. So yeah, so that is a bit awkward. No. So yeah, so the players that are going to be representing Minnesota and Toronto. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see how they take on the showcase because obviously they'll need to be rested because obviously, but then it's because 4 hours later we'll be playing real hockey, meaningful hockey in Toronto at the Massamy Athletic Centre. So yeah, yeah. So that's our first game in February for Minnesota at Toronto on All Star Game Day. And then we don't play again until the 14th of February. On Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, we will be hosting PWHL Ottawa. So, yeah, so... Oh, it's so hilarious. It really is hilarious. I can already picture now Carlton's going to be a nightmare. But I'm like, well, top titties to you, Carlton. The game's not over yet. And we're taking on your ladies' team, so I think you might want to be interested in it yourself, love. It's gonna be a riot. But hey, the PWHL is its own independent league, so if it wants to schedule games on the days of NHL marquee events, so be it. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the All Star Weekend much, really. It's more the adult games I prefer, so I've got no problems if you want to schedule a PWHL game on an All Star Weekend. Go ahead, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Yeah, let's go ahead. So, yeah. Don't mind me. Absolutely. Oh, it's a riot. It's a riot. It really is. That's gonna be so hilarious on All Star Game Day. It's gonna be so hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious because I'm gonna be focused on the PWHL game, but Carlton's gonna be over there. It's gonna be in the corner. I'm just gonna be the eyes. When it gets near to the start time for the All Star game, like turn it over. Like no. Carlton, you gotta wait till the end of the game, love. Oh god. At least we know it's Carlton. At least this year it's Carlton. It's not one of the terrors in the NHL. Because Carlton's quite cute. It's quite cute and cuddly, so it's all right. But if it's one of the other, but if it's one of the more ferocious mascots, then it might be a bit of an issue. But hey, it's tough tits. I'm caring about the PWHL more than I'm caring about the NHL. So meh. And actually, I can see it on here. We've also got games on the days of the win of the staying series, but they're more favourable times. Yeah, so that's fine. But anyway, but clearly, Oh, it's going to be really tricky because I'm having my tea during the game. Oh my god, it's going to be weird. Alright, well. Oh my word. Right, but back to the showcase. We got a little bit sidetracked there, didn't we? We got a little bit sidetracked there. We got a little bit sidetracked. As we were brought up. We'll blame that on Carlton. Blame that on Carlton. Blame it on Carlton. We got a little bit sidetracked. Let's now get back. Because we can pretty much wrap up now. We can pretty much cover it all. Yeah. But I absolutely agree with all the picks that we've got from Minnesota. Absolutely great. The only issue is they're spread across both teams. I was kind of... Because the announcement of who we got was made before the rosters was officially announced. So I thought, oh great, well, I can support that team. But of course, you see the rosters, and of course, no, they're spread across both teams. So I'm now at a loss, because who am I supposed to root for? Am I supposed to be on Team King or Team Kloss? So, I don't like... And it's the same for all the teams. Every team has got their picks spread across both teams. But for me, it's a struggle. Do I want to back Team King? Do I want to back Team Kloss? I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. Let's go. But I do think it's quite hilarious how you got our draft picks on one team and you've got our free agency signings on the other. I still think that is quite hilarious. For the other party, I don't know that's the case for you guys, but for me, it's just so hilarious. It's just so funny. It really, really is. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think I'm going to pick a side. I'm just going to root for both of them. I'm just going to go up and down. Whatever's the goal in. That's probably the way to do it. Yeah. And of course, we will come back and we'll have a bonus episode covering how the showcase went down as a whole. So that will be coming up your way in the next couple of months, couple of weeks actually on the show. But yeah, so have we got any details about when that's going to be broadcasted? Because we know it's on the 1st of February. But I was wondering, do we have any details about how is that going to be broadcasted? Because the main focus of that day will be this draft to determine the rosters for the Saturday. So you're interested to see what the broadcast details will be for that. I'll have to check with that near the time, but we'll see. This might backfire. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, there you go. So those are the rosters and details for the PWHL showcase in Toronto. So it's going to be very exciting. Has your picks made it onto the rosters? Do let us know. Okay. And so that's another Birds edition in the books.